I'm Anil Kumar. Welcome to my series on polynomials. In this video, we will learn how to factor when we are given four terms for a polynomial. Sometimes students get confused, and that's the reason of my taking this on the request of a few students. Now we have four examples. I would like you to copy these examples, factor, and then look into my suggestions. To begin with, I have done partial work. So this is also very interesting. We have done one step of factoring and we have to do further. We have 3 times b minus 2 minus 5 times 2 minus b. So when you look at it, you think as if there is nothing common, right? But there is. What is common? B minus 2 is common. Let's rewrite this. You will realize. So we have 3 times b minus 2. And if I take this minus inside, making this positive 5, I get b minus 2 here also. Do you understand? Minus 5 times 2 is negative 10, which I get here. And minus 5 times minus b is positive 5b. So they are exactly same. And now it is easy to factor. B minus 2 clearly is a common factor. And so we get b minus 2 plus 5 times b minus 2, which is 5 plus 3 we'll write here first. And then we could write this as 8 times b minus 2. Is that clear? So likewise, we could actually factor this particular expression. Now some of you could actually expand, simplify, and then also do it. But this is the way in which you can do it in minimum steps. At times, we can have a variable here which can make things difficult. Okay. So for you, what I'm trying to say is, I could have given a question like this. 3 times b minus 2 minus, let's say, x times 2 minus b, right? Now, you will understand how it changes, right? I like you to do this question as a test question. Okay. Now let's move on to the second question, which is part B. How do you factor 10a square plus 5a minus 6ab minus 3b? Now in such questions, we need to make groups of 2's. So if I make groups of 2's, then what do I get? I get 5a common from the first 2. So that gives me 2a plus 1. And here I have 3b common, minus 3b if I take out, then I again get 2a plus 1. Now 2a plus 1 is common factor. It's good to write equal to, since every statement is equal to the previous one. So now 2a plus 1 is a common factor and we get 5a minus 3b, and that is the factored form. You understand it. So this is the strategy which should be adopted where you are given 4 terms. So group them and then factor individually each group and then continue. Perfect. I'll provide you a link where we could have 6 terms. So we'll have 3 small groups. Okay. Now I'd like you to do these 2 questions on your own. You can pause the video, solve, and then look into my suggestions. Okay. Let's continue. So here again, let's group them into 2 groups and what you get. 4ab is common factor, right? You're left with c, and here you're left with minus 4. Here we can take minus as a common factor. We get c minus 4, and then c minus 4 is a common factor which results into 4ab minus 1, and that's how you factor it. Correct? So now you realize why I took example A, which is kind of partially factored, right? So a step in between. Let's continue. Here we can again group. So first 2 we are grouping together. Second 2 we are grouping again. In the first row, 5 is common number and A is common. So we get B minus 2. Here minus 3 and C is a common factor. We get B minus 2. Now we can take b minus 2 as a common factor. We get 5a minus 3c. You get the idea. So that is how we could actually factor these terms. I hope you find it interesting and useful. Feel free to write your comments and share your views. And if you have questions, post them. I'll be more than happy to answer your question at the earliest. Thanks for watching and all the best.